Top 15 Creepy and Mysterious Photos That May Never Be Explained. These are some of the most credible, interesting, unexplained photos. Stories associated with these images are not easy to explain, or even not at all possible. See for yourself.
Number 1. Time-traveling hipster. People believe that this photograph, taken in 1941 at the reopening of the South Forks Bridge in Goldbridge, Canada, is depicting a man in seemingly modern dress and style, with a camera that is advanced well beyond its time. The circle on the left illustrates a man with a camera typical to the time period.
Number 2. The falling body. As the Coopers move into their new home in Texas, they take a photograph of the family sitting together, but as the photo was taken, a body falls from the ceiling. The op said he wasn't sure if it was real, but he thought it was real creepy.
Number 3. Extra thumb. A group of 4 kids posing for a picture. However, there appears to be a mysterious thumb next to the kid in black on the right, that does not seem to align with anyone's body. The op of this photo says he has no idea where the thumb could have come from.
Number 4. The Madonna with San Giovannino in a UFO. This painting is called the Madonna with San Giovannino. It was painted in the 15th century by Domenico Ghirlandaio, 1449–1494, and hangs as part of the Loeser collection in the Palazzo Vecchio. Above Mary's right shoulder is a disc-shaped object. Below is a blow-up of this section, and a man and his dog can clearly be seen looking up at the object.
Number 5. The mysterious Hinterkaifeck murders in Germany, 1922. The murders of 6 people at the Hinterkaifeck farmstead shocked the nation. This wasn't just because of the gruesome nature of the case, but also because the case was so incredibly weird, and it remains unsolved to this day. Over 100 people were interviewed in the murder, but no one was ever arrested. No motive was ever established as to explain the murders. The previous maid had left 6 months earlier, saying the home was haunted. The new maid arrived only hours before the murders. It is believed that the perpetrators remained at the farm for several days. Someone had fed the cattle, and eaten food in the kitchen. The neighbors had also seen smoke from the chimney during the weekend. This photo depicts one of the victims as he lay in the house barn.
Number 6. The Phoenix Lights were a series of widely sighted unidentified flying objects, seen by thousands of people, observed in the skies over Arizona, Nevada in the United States, and Sonora, Mexico on Thursday, March 13, 1997. There were allegedly 2 distinct events involved in the incident, a triangular formation of lights seen to pass over the state, and a series of stationary lights seen in the Phoenix area. The United States Air Force identified the second group of lights as flares dropped by a 10 Warthog aircraft that were on training exercises at the Berry Goldwater Range in southwest Arizona. The lights were reported to have reappeared in 2007 and 2008, but these events were quickly attributed to, respectively, military flares dropped by fighter aircraft at Luke Air Force Base and flares attached to helium balloons released by a civilian.
Number 7. Solway Firth astronaut Jim Templeton was in a marsh taking photos of his young daughter, and after getting them developed there appeared to have been a spaceman in full astronaut gear standing behind her. Except there wasn't anyone else around while they were there. Even Kodak verified that it was not tampered fault with. Freaks me the fuck out.
Number 8. A photo published in the Los Angeles Times on February 26, 1942 has been cited by modern-day conspiracy theorists and ufologists as evidence of an extraterrestrial visitation. They assert that the photo clearly shows searchlights focused on an alien spaceship. However, the photo was heavily modified by photo retouching prior to publication, a routine practice in graphic arts of the time intended to improve contrast in black and white photos. Los Angeles Times writer Larry Harnish noted that the retouched photo along with fake newspaper headlines were presented as true historical material in trailers for the film Battle, Los Angeles. Harnish commented, "If the publicity campaign wanted to establish UFO research as nothing but lies and fakery, it couldn't have done a better job."
9. Unusual lights have been reported here since 1940s or earlier. Especially high activity of Hessdalen lights took place from December 1981 until the summer of 1984, when lights were observed 15 to 20 times per week. The frequency of the lights caused a gathering of numerous tourists staying there overnight to see the phenomenon. Since then, The activity has decreased and now the lights are observed some 10 to 20 times per year. The Hessdalen light most often is a bright, white or yellow light of unknown origin standing or floating above the ground level. Sometimes the light can be seen for more than 1 hour. There are several other types of unexplained lights observed in the Hessdalen Valley.
10. Legend has it that in orbit around the Earth is a mysterious, dark object which dates back perhaps 13,000 years. Its origin and purpose are inscrutable. Dubbed the Black Knight, this elusive satellite has allegedly been beaming signals towards the Earth uninspected by NASA astronauts, yet only a few on Earth officially know of its existence. The origin of the ominous name is part of the enigma. It is impossible to discover who first called it this or indeed why. Humans have only in the last 60 years had the technology to launch a man-made object into space, so what is the logical explanation of tales of an alien intruder on our doorstep?
Number 11. 9/11 attack, South Tower woman. In these two photographs of the gaping hole the plane crashed into the South Tower of the WTC on September 11, you can see a woman standing on the edge of the hole waving. Her name is Edna Clinton, and the mystery many people say of these photos is that she actually was a survivor. People inquire how she was able to survive everything that happened at that location, then go on to make it out of the building.
Number 12. In 2000, two photographs said to be of the skunk ape were taken by an anonymous woman and mailed to the Sarasota County, Florida, Sheriff's Department. The photographs were accompanied by a letter from the woman in which she claims to have photographed an ape in her backyard. The woman wrote that on 3 different nights an ape had entered her backyard to take apples left on her back porch. She was convinced the ape was an escaped orangutan. The pictures have become known to Bigfoot enthusiasts as the skunk ape photo.
Number 13. The Falcon Lake incident is a reported unidentified flying object, UFO, encounter near Falcon Lake, Manitoba, Canada, claimed to have occurred on May 20, 1967 by Stephen Michalak. He had taken a short vacation in Whiteshell Provincial Park to prospect veins of quartz near Falcon Lake when he spotted 2 cigar-shaped objects descending, one of which landed near him. Michalak says he saw a door open and heard voices from inside the object, after which he tried to make contact in English and other languages but got no response. He claims to have burnt his hand while attempting to examine colorful glass found around the object and seen a grid-like exhaust vent that expelled gas that burned his clothing.
Number 14. In 1964, French photographer Robert Sarek spotted and took a quick picture of what resembles a giant snake-like creature resting on the sea floor off the coast of Queensland, Australia. While some have offered the idea that it's a giant tarp, no credible explanation has ever been found for this bizarre photo. Number 15. Supposedly, there is an ancient, dark object that has been orbiting Earth for the last 13,000 years called the Black Knight satellite. No one knows how it got there, its purpose, or even who started calling it the Black Knight. The photo above was taken during an American Space Shuttle mission to the International Space Station in 1998. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Top 10 Real Facts of the World.